Coach, and generally in working with position battles, Dana mentioned that, you're now at the point where making those decisions and, some of those are going down to the wire. What's your process in evaluating that, and what do you do when it's just really too close to call?
Really, it's simple. First and foremost, we have to be assignment sound. It gets down to making routine blocks, routine plays, whether you're a defensive player or receiver, you make routine blocks, we make routine ID calls. Who can give us the best chance to get on the right guy? After that, it goes back to mechanics and technique and fundamentals in terms of this guy's a little bit ahead of this guy in terms of the way his pad level is. He can bounce off of this guy and get to him a little bit faster. His pulling's a little bit different. He may be ahead in some of the techniques and mechanics. And the third thing is effort. I mean, when it gets right down to it, the cutting edge will be, and it all goes back to one thing, trust. Can we trust this player more than this player? Is this player a better option because of all those things combined? But in the end, if it gets real tough, it's just who gives the most effort, who's trying the hard. And they're all trying, because people had different levels of effort and violence and finish and things like that.
Is it better for you as a coach and for the team to have 5 or 6 guys that are clearly a cut above, or is it better to have that competition and have 3 or 4 more guys that are just right there really pushing?
Well, I learned a long time ago you can't get enough good players in the bus. You cannot get enough good players in the bus. You fill that thing up as many good players as you can get. And I don't know that I've ever had a bad experience with a bunch of competition in my group. The more the competition, the more you bring out the small details, because they have to be brought out. Now we can work on smaller things, and you don't have to coach the big things quite as much. It allows you to be finely detail things because we're getting it all taken care of, or you simply won't be involved in the first team or the rotation.
Joe, you just made that sound very simple with the evaluation. Is it more involved, for example, with center because there are so many other moving parts relative to who's next to him, or do you have to keep that as focused as right guard, for example?
Well, I made it sound simple because I was asked that once everything's even, what is the final, what do you finally draw from? And I'm thinking they've already accomplished the things that you're talking about in terms of snapping the ball to the quarterback correctly, making the right ID, kind of being in position, and then when the battle gets closer, there's always a couple of defining things that we talked about, and they're all doing a nice job. The centers are doing a nice job. Jacob Bussey and Matt Jones and Boosh and those guys. I mean, they've bought into it. They've stepped up to the plate. They're giving their best, and they've been getting better every day.